What if I gave you the equation sine of theta is equal to 1/2? If I gave you this equation and said, I want you to solve this. Okay, what does that mean? It means I want you to find the angle theta, where when I take the sine of it, I get 1/2. That's what solving an equation means. So take a second and let's look at the unit circle. Where do we have an angle on the unit circle where sine of theta is equal to 1/2? We can see one right here that is pi over 6. Remember, cosine sine x, y. So sine is the y value. So we have sine of pi over 6 is positive 1/2. And then we have a second one over here where the y value is 1/2. So the sine of 5 pi over 6 is 1/2. So how many answers are there to this equation? There's two. Theta can be pi over 6 or it can be 5 pi over 6. So my question now is, are those the only two answers in existence? Are these the only two angles that when we take the sine of them, we will get 1/2? And the answer to that is no. Remember, a sine wave repeats every period, which is 2 pi. So if pi over 6 has a sine of 1/2, then if we complete a full revolution of the unit circle, pi over 6 plus 2 pi, a full unit circle, is going to give me 13 pi over 6 will also be an answer. And 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi will also be an answer, and that is going to give us 17 pi over 6. We could also go the other direction and subtract 2 pi. So pi over 6 minus 2 pi, or negative 11 pi over 6, would also have sine of that angle being 1/2, or 5 pi over 6 minus 2 pi, which is negative 7 pi over 6, would also have a sine of 1/2. So, how many answers are there to this question? There are actually infinitely many answers to this question. So, to write this, we're going to say that the answers to this question are of the form pi over 6 plus 2 pi k, where k is any positive or negative integer, and 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k, where k is any integer. So we can add or subtract 2 pi over and over and over again, and this will be all infinitely many of the answers to this question.